Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite topics, developing a strategic mindset. Whether you're leading a team, a project, or just trying to stay ahead of the game in your career, this is for you. Let's be honest, no one wants to feel like they're just reacting to things all day long. Being strategic is about getting ahead of problems, seeing the big picture, and steering your team or business in the right direction. So, how do you do that? I have 5 practical tips that will help you develop a strategic mindset. And spoiler alert, it's a lot more fun than you think. Also, this year I'm sharing 12 leadership metrics that will help you succeed in your career. This is pretty much a full framework for how to develop your skills to build your career. This month, we're talking about being strategic. You can catch up on all the videos in the playlists on my YouTube channel. Everything is linked below in the description. Make sure to check it out. And make sure to download my free and updated communication toolkit that includes over 100 resources on how to elevate your professional presence. I'm very excited about it and I hope you find it valuable. Real quick, if you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about how to make power moves in your career, make sure to follow my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from me. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, think big picture, but start small. Let's talk about big picture thinking. I know, it sounds like one of those corporate buzzwords, but hear me out. It is not just for CEOs. Thinking strategically means you have to see the bigger picture. What's the end goal? What are the long-term challenges? But here's the trick. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to tackle everything at once. Start small. Focus on one big goal and then break it down into bite-sized manageable steps. It's like tackling a giant pizza. You don't eat the whole thing in one bite. You start with a slice or 2, or 3, no judgment. I remember when I first started leading teams, I was all about the big vision because I think in big, expansive terms, changing everything right away. I learned that to overhaul everything at once just led to chaos. So I started breaking down the big goals into smaller, manageable pieces, and suddenly things were moving. The team had focus, and we were hitting our targets one by one. At its core, it was about effective project management. So ask yourself, what's your big pizza? What's that long-term vision? And how can you start with just one slice? Number 2, use data like a pro. Now, once you have that big vision, how do you know you're moving in the right direction? That's where data comes in. And trust me, it's not as boring as it sounds. Data is your best friend when it comes to making strategic decisions. It's like having a GPS for your business. You wouldn't go on a road trip without checking the map first, right? The same goes for strategy. Use data to track progress, make decisions, and forecast what's coming next. But here's the trick. Don't drown in it. Focus on the data that actually helps you move toward your big picture. In other words, don't just look at numbers for the sake of it. If it doesn't help you reach your goal, toss it aside. Ask yourself, what data do I really need to track? And what's just noise? Trust me, less is more here. Number 3, play the long game. Next, let's talk about the long game. This one is key for developing a strategic mindset, especially if you want to stop putting out fires and start preventing them. This is important. Strategic leaders know that some things take time. Not everything happens overnight, and that's okay. The goal here is to be proactive instead of reactive. It's like playing chess. You have to think a few moves ahead. When you're in a leadership role, you need to ask yourself, what can I do today that will pay off next month or next year? It's not always easy, but that's where the magic happens. I work with those types of leaders who feel the need to solve everything instantly. Don't be a fixer. The more you focus on the long game, the more you realize that not every problem needs an immediate fix. Sometimes setting up a long-term solution saves you a ton of headaches down the line. Like that time I spent days, maybe weeks, building out a database for our marketing content so the sales team could access it quickly. It felt like a lot at the time, but in the long run, it made the RFP process much smoother, and it served as the main repository for all of our marketing content. Ask yourself, what long-term moves can I start putting in place today that will save me from future fires? Number 4, build a strong network of strategic thinkers. Here's some helpful advice. You don't have to be a lone wolf. Strategic leaders know the value of having a strong network around them. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking, bring fresh ideas, and offer different perspectives. Trust me, no one succeeds alone. Your network can give you insights, share experiences, and help you think through problems from new angles. It's like having your own personal board of advisors. And the best part is you can return the favor. In other words, don't be afraid to phone a friend. Or 10, ask yourself, who's in your strategic network? And if your answer is no one, it's time to start building one. Number 5, make strategy a daily habit. Last but definitely not least, make strategy a habit. It's not a set it and forget it kind of thing. Developing a strategic mindset isn't something you do once a year at a company retreat. It's a daily practice. Find small ways to weave strategy into your routine. Maybe it's setting aside time every week to review progress, brainstorm new ideas, or reflect on the big picture. Think of it like exercise. You wouldn't go to the gym once and expect to stay fit, right? We all hope for that. The same goes for strategy. It's a muscle you need to keep working. And believe me, strategic thinking is one of the most important skills you need to build in order to be considered for a top-level position anywhere. Start now and keep working on it. Ask yourself, what small habits can I build into my daily routine to keep my strategic muscles strong? All right, so that's it for my video on 5 solid tactics to help you develop a strategic mindset. From thinking big and starting small to using data, playing the long game, building your network, and making strategy a habit. It's all about staying ahead and being intentional. If you have examples of how you've shifted your strategic mindset as you built your career, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about them. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.